Have you ever looked at a plastic hamster and thought, damn, this deserves a $5 million lawsuit? Well, one Fox News anchor did. So I'm doing something a little bit different today. I wanted to start covering some shorter stories because my videos at the moment are taking like 2 or 3 months to make, and that's just not really working out. But from now on, I'm gonna crack down and start making some shorter videos in between the long ones. So if you like internet history, lost media, and just general nostalgia, now would be a great time to subscribe. Also, I'm not going to do the earring thing today because the closest thing I have is Sylvanian families. I really need to step up my earring game. So today we're going to take a look at the story of how a Fox News anchor started a $5 million lawsuit against Littlest Pet Shop for emotional damage over a toy hamster. So this story brings us back to 2015 during the Generation 5 era of Littlest Pet Shop. Within the fanbase, Generations 3, 4 and 5 were quite widely considered the downfall of Littlest Pet Shop toys, as they significantly decreased the quality of their figures, reused molds quite frequently, they were no longer bobbleheads and their heads would literally fall off. It was quite disturbing. And worst of all, due to stylistic choices, a lot of the figures had such large heads that they were top heavy and couldn't stand up properly, which meant nobody could make the iconic Littlest Pet Shop roleplay videos anymore. I was still collecting at this point, but even as a child, the quality drop was very much noticeable. Whilst the toys were losing popularity, the media side to Littlest Pet Shop was on the rise, with mobile games like Your World, and of course the TV series, which was released in 2012. Following this popularity, Littlest Pet Shop decided to lean into the idea of pets as characters rather than just colourful figures to collect. The TV series features the main character Blythe Baxter, based off Hasbro's Blythe dolls, which have been getting really popular lately, which I think is really funny, considering the dolls were originally super unpopular among Littlest Pet Shop fans. But anyway, in the show, Blythe moves into an apartment above a pet shop and finds out she's able to talk to the 7 animals living there. These animals had fully developed characters and both a first name and surname, which leads us to the whole lawsuit situation. These 7 pets were called Pepper Clark, Minka Mark, Zoe Trent, Penny Ling, Russell Ferguson, Sunil Nelva, and Vinny Terrio, which I hope I pronounced right, alongside side characters that follow the same naming system. Delilah Barnsley is one of my most shameful childhood crushes, second to Mangle from Five Nights at Freddy's, of course. This show was super popular, and due to this, Generation 5 of Littlest Pet Shop followed this pattern of creating characters rather than just toys. This was actually really looked down upon by fans because the characters just had too much personality, which made them hard for children to roleplay with. Which isn't even something I really took into consideration, like my ass was just lining them up. When I say I don't play when it comes to Littlest Pet Shop, I mean it quite literally. But anyway, one toy line released during Gen 5 were the Pet Possibilities blister packs, which featured 2 figures, typically one regular size figure and one mini one, each with their own full names. Some of them were, regular pet names, and some of them were like weirdly human. I think my favourite example of this is this pack with 2 cats, Sugar Sprinkles and Ripley Davis. Like, I'm sorry, but that sounds like a serial killer, not a little pink cat. But the blister pack that started this whole drama was the one with Benson Detweiler the Yorkie and Harris Faulkner the hamster. I've seen it referred to as a guinea pig on databases and a hamster in news reports. Like, I'd assume the LPS databases I checked would be more clued up than the news reports that all refer to it as a hamster. But come on, that's a hamster. Guinea pigs don't have tails, so for the sake of consistency, I will just be calling it a hamster. Children's media often didn't shy away from parody content, and I think a prime example is Moshi Monsters, who made multiple moshling caricatures of celebrities, notably Lady Goo based on Lady Gaga, which did cause a lawsuit and the moshling was removed from the game. As much as she was kinda being a buzzkill over a kid's game, it's clear to see that this character was based off her without her consent. However, these kind of parody characters are usually based off A-list celebrities that anyone would recognise, not news reporters. This brings us to the real-life Harris Faulkner. Now, I basically only know Fox News from this one clip, which I'm gonna have to censor, I'm sorry.
To kill them. You're in danger, I'm in danger. Them and them again. A chicken has been arrested attempting to cross a street in Dundee.
But basically Fox News is an American news network with a heavy conservative bias, which is just really bizarre to watch from my perspective because that'd probably be illegal here. Just for the record, I am British, so whoever commented on my video, I love that accent of yours. What part of the States is it from? Count your days. Anyway, Harris Faulkner is a news anchor for this network. I really don't know if she's like a well-known figure or not because I don't know about anyone else, but the only news reporter I actively recognise is this queen.
Live from London, this is BBC News.
Now, if you've been paying attention, you might notice she has the same name as this Littlest pet shop hamster. And if you haven't noticed, try harder, start the video from the beginning and take notes this time. That was a joke. Harris Faulkner took this one step further and decided that this hamster also resembled her with its bold eyelashes. Faulkner claimed that this hamster imitates her eye shape and eye makeup as well as her complexion. Now, shall we just do a little bit of colour picking here? Yeah. She claimed that the figure harmed her credibility as someone trying to maintain a professional image, and that it was demeaning and insulting to portray her as a rodent. Claims that led her to sue Hasbro for $5 million. The lawsuit was filed in the US District Court in New Jersey in 2015, and as you'd probably guess, it was ruled that Hasbro didn't have to cough up any money. However, as a settlement, they stopped manufacturing the toy, and Faulkner made a statement that she doesn't endorse the product in any way. So let me know in the comments if you think this lawsuit was justified. Because on one hand I can see the resemblance with the bold eyelashes and stuff, but on the other you can't really copyright a name. There's a brand out there that's literally just my entire full name, and there's nothing I'm gonna do about it because it's a name and I don't own it. I like the quirky way Littlest Pet Shop name their characters, and I must admit I'm quite a fan of Gen 5 and its controversial stylization, but obviously not the corner cutting cost-wise. So do you think this whole thing was just a complete coincidence? Or did Hasbro really name a rodent after a news reporter and didn't admit it in court? We'll probably never know, but this is a really interesting situation nonetheless, and I dropped every single video I'm working on to talk about this as soon as I heard about it. Also, since this video is going to be quite short, I'd like to include a cheeky bonus Littlest Pet Shop scandal. So recently Littlest Pet Shop had their redemption arc and released a whole Gen 2 style reboot, which has recently had its second wave. These toys come in blister packs as well as blind boxes. In the blind boxes you can receive one pet, one accessory, a code for the website and a card for your pet. These cards have an image of the pet you get on a generic realistic background, and some details about the pet's rarity and personality. However, people started to notice something odd on one of these cards. In the Wave 2 blind boxes, one toy you can get is Wolfcat G779, a pink cat with a shooting star on its forehead. I have no idea why this sculpt is called Wolfcat, by the way, because this is a wolf cat. But on the card that comes with this toy, the background image, which features balls of wool, has a giant Shutterstock watermark. Shutterstock is a website which allows people to pay a small amount for the rights to use an image, and the watermark is a preventative measure to stop people from using it without paying, which implies that Littlest Pet Shop are using this image illegally. I'm not sure how the hell nobody managed to pick up on this before these cards were printed and packaged to be sold, but I'm praying they don't change it before Wave 2 releases in my country because I want to get my hands on this card so bad. Hasbro is still just as much as a mess as before, and I respect that. But anyway, that's all from me today. If I could go back in time and give my past self one piece of advice, it would be to not throw my LPSs away because those would have literally paid for my retirement. But feel free to like and subscribe if you enjoyed. My nails are strawberries, please appreciate them. Goodbye.